Yo.
What's up, baby?
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. You ready?
Yes. Are you ready?
In the words of Professor Clump, let's get busy.
Oh, you got your gloves on, so you with the straps.
Bro, I'm ready to do this.
So you were ready. All right, so we're gonna do some back and tricep.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start here. We're gonna do some lat pull downs.
Okay.
With the wide grip.
Okay.
We're not gonna go crazy wide, but we're gonna be about right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring this down, and I'm gonna keep my chin up the entire time.
Okay.
A lot of the time, people want to come down and hunch over like this.
Right.
We're gonna stay here.
Okay.
And then keep that chin up. And pull it down to the top of our chest.
Okay.
And then the biggest thing is to make sure that we're not straining our neck. You know,
Right.
you get a lot of guys, you know, they're doing all this.
Right.
You know, trying to get that last rep, but we want to be able to control it. And last but not least, we want to make sure that we're pulling not with our hands, not with our biceps and our forearms, but with our elbows. So we're thinking, where are my elbows? They're up here.
Take them back.
I just want to pull them down.
Okay. Gotcha.
Pulling my elbows down. The further they can go, the better the squeeze is going to be on these lats.
Okay.
And it's going to eliminate a lot of the soreness that you're going to have here. Yeah, because everybody wants to grip everything so much because they look at the weight and they're like, I got to have it. Cool. Good, good. And they want to slow it down just a little bit. There we go. So we're going to keep that chin up. And we're going to hold for like a good 2 count. 1, 2. We're going to have more time under tension. And see, as you keep your chin up higher, you're gonna be able to get more air too. The problem is when people keep their chin low, it's because of the fact that it gets heavy.
Right. So the common mistake you see a lot of people at the gym, they do this.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. We're seeing them, they're allowing that weight to control them instead of them controlling the weight.
Okay.
And normally it's an ego thing. I mean, we come into the mecca of bodybuilding, Gold's Gym Fitness. You see all the pictures of Mr. Olympia, all this other stuff. You see everybody
They be doing that at boutique gyms also.
Yeah, they've been watching those videos. They're hopped up on the supplements. They've been listening to the crazy music. And yeah, they're with it, but they're not realizing they need to focus on some technique.
Right.
We want to focus on the tempo, so we're not going super fast.
Right.
Because this is going to carry momentum, right?
Okay.
And then we want more time under tension. A lot of people say, well, why would I do underhand lat pull downs? Because we want to work on the sweeping of the lats.
Okay.
The lats can actually insert very, very low.
Right.
But you see a lot of guys, they only have it very up top.
Yes.
Very high.
Yes.
And in bodybuilding, we want it to start so low. So it's just, it looks like a
cobra.
cobra. Yeah, the cobra. And you know this, working with the great Lee Haney, you know, he had a beautiful back. So we're gonna come here. And we can hold. We'll get into the heavier stuff.
Right.
But now we're warmed up.
Right.
See, the problem I used to have was I was so excited to get into the heaviest stuff right away.
Yes, yes.
And then I had to realize, like, even when I played basketball in college, we always had warm-ups.
Yes.
Why not do that in lifting?
Do you train with gloves?
I have in my career, yeah. You know, a lot of people try to discourage it.
Yes.
And I thought, because
you got calluses.
And I like touching my girl's booty.
Exactly.
Nice. Beautiful. And so like everything back here, yep, right there, all the way down in there now. Awesome. Let's go over here and do some tricep real quick. You can always do hand on hip, or you can come a little further out here, grab this, and all we're gonna do is extend out here. We're gonna try to keep it a little close. Right. If we come out here, we don't feel it as much. Right. If we come right here, we can go further out. Okay. All right. So I wanna, yep, there we go. Right there. And I wanna make sure I'm getting a good 1 count on here so I can actually feel what I'm doing. And then what that's doing is actually stimulating, you know, that mind-muscle connection? Right. Therefore, I'm not feeling on my joints or anything like that. And if I am, I know where to adjust.
How heavy are you going? 65, 75, 80?
It also depends on the gym that I'm going to. Right. Because you and I both know, this may not be our home gym. Right. And 60 pounds on another type of machine feels totally different.
When you're doing this Is your goal always to stimulate, not annihilate?
Correct.
Because a lot of times people come in and they try to.
And it's hilarious when we see people and they're doing, let's say, bicep curls.
Right.
And you almost want to ask them, are you doing shoulders or back? Because they're going like this.
Right.
They damn near hitting themselves in the face doing it because they're trying to do all that.
Right.
Why am I doing that?
Right.
Because it's too heavy, and I refuse to address everything else accordingly because I am afraid that people think that I'm training like a wuss because I'm only starting with this.
Right.
Well, Mr. Olympia had to start somewhere.
Right.
And if I can master 50 pounds, then I'm going to go to 60. So we said, yep, and obviously you're taller, so maybe take a little half step toward me, yep, and then keep that close, yep, and now extend as far as out, yep, cool.
Hell, if I ain't know, I've been training wrong my damn self.
You just haven't been training with a 7-time lately.
I have not, I have not. Effing what you feel, I'm gonna mess around, I won't be able to fit in my clothes. You guys, like when you gain weight, you can just wear like shorts and wear baggy. I don't really get that.
You can't get that.
I don't get that.
No, you can't do that. So we're gonna come over here and then do this. If anything, we're gonna make sure that they let out your jacket just a little bit, because your lat's gonna get a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So I can actually come a little lower right here and then extend out.
Okay.
At first I had it really tucked in like this, and I was coming out here.
Right.
I can come a little lower.
Okay.
Drop my elbow down, and then sweep. Right there. And try to bring that out just a little bit more. Yep, right there, yep. Yes. See, before you were stopping a little short, now, yep, just like that. And what's crazy about you, Shannon, I can actually see your tricep, your horseshoe through your shirt, so that's good.
I've been working.
I know you have.
I don't know if I've been working quite as hard, but I'm gonna try.
I know you've been working.
Once you gave an insight, because I definitely don't train in a tempo method.
And that's the biggest thing too, as we age, we're wanting to make sure that we're getting quality reps. If I could go back to my 25-year-old self, I'd have been like, okay, let's slow this down. I know testosterone high, you excited and everything, but let's slow this thing down and really hone in on the little things, just like you would playing football or whatever. Look, if you go online and people say, man, I see Phil, man, like it looked like he always has more left in the tank, like he can lift heavier. I can, but the goal
is not to lift heavier.
Is not. Look, my heaviest lift ever was 505 on the bench for a single. That's enough. I can brag about that till I die. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Squat the same. I'm in that 1500 club. I've done it all. I've done that. But I don't have to do that every day. Get a good stretch right here. This is as far as we're gonna go to get a good stretch. And then as I'm pulling, see, I can lean forward just to get a good stretch. Come here, be at 90 degrees. But I'm pulling right here with my elbows.
Okay.
And I won't stop until I know right here. I'm not gonna stop until I feel those lats.
Right.
Okay? I'm not just gonna come here and do all this. I'm gonna come here, I feel that stretch in the lats, which is good, and I'm gonna squeeze. All right, Shannon, incline bench, I lowered it a little bit. You're familiar with skull crushers, of course, but we're gonna do dumbbells. Okay. Instead of pressing here, we're actually gonna press up, and I wanna demonstrate that. It's to alleviate all of this pain right here. All right. So like I said, a lot of people come here, and they're doing them right here. We wanna go up and back.
Oh, okay.
See that?
Yes.
And if I want to, I can change it up and go here. I can have a little fun with it.
Okay.
Okay?
So how much dumbbell did you use as opposed to cable?
Oh gosh, I very rarely use cable. It was usually for touch-up work. At the very end of a workout.
Okay.
So you're gonna come, I'm gonna hold your hands right here, you're gonna come here. So instead of going forward like that, you're just pushing up and back. Yep. And you see, like, that's all engaged right there. Yep. And then have these next two go a little lower right here. Yep, there you go. And And then we're gonna keep them right here, yep, right there. There you go.
I'm definitely gonna have to incorporate that. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.